Mesdames et messieurs, on vous souhaite une bonne journée. Mon nom est Alain Cyr, je suis en compagnie de Rob Howden pour la présentation aujourd'hui de cette grande journée de course ici au circuit karting Mont-Tremblant. Pour ces championnats canadiens de karting 2012 ASN Canada FIA présentés par Canadian Tire. On a les pré-finales qui vont commencer à l'instant, donc avec Rotax DD2 et ensuite tout au cours de cette matinée, on aura d'autres pré-finales pour ensuite cet après-midi les grandes finales. And once again, Rob, nice to be working with you. You are the legend, the legend and the commentators in karting, doing all sorts of events around the world, and it's really a pleasure and for me an experience to work with you here today, and we're going to have fun today.
Alain, thank you very much. Obviously, very pleased to be here as well. Gorgeous day here in Mont-Tremblant. We've had a great time working together, and for a guy who doesn't go to a lot of racing events, I got to say you're a heck of a guy calling a race. You get the feel of it. You understand what we're talking about here. We've seen some great racing. It's been easy for us, hasn't it? Because the racing has been so good here this weekend. In all the categories, it's been strong. Whether it's the Briggs & Stratton, the Rotax, we've had some really good racing. And of course, now getting set to get underway with our pre-finals. This is the 2012 ASN Canada FIA Canadian Karting Championships. Getting things underway here. Drivers on the track right now to begin our pre-final for the DD2 category. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Championship Sunday.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just can't hear myself anymore in the headsets, and I can't hear you anymore, so I'm going to take them off and make sure that we know what's going on. Alors, on est en ce moment avec la...
They're going to figure it out for you.
En tour de formation pour la pré-finale du Rotax DD2.
Let's have a look at the grid here right now. I'll give you the grid of the drivers lining up there, Elaine. And on the pole position, not surprising, great runs in the heat races for Darren White in the number 490. He will start on the pole position alongside of Ben Cooper in the number 431. It's the Tony Kart of White and the Burrell of Ben Cooper starting in the second position. Cooper never won one of the heat races, but he was so strong in all three races. The consistency, the tire management allows him to go up into the second spot here today. In the second row, it'll be Zachary Richard-Robichon in the number 491 and Pierce Herder in the number 454. Again, this is the pre-final getting things underway here. Just a pre-final here to set the grid for the main event. Row 3, Brendan Bain in the Maranello number 419 and Christophe Boisclair, who was able to come off that DNF in the opening heat race and fight his way back to 6th place for the start here in the pre-final. Daniel Morad, former world champion in the 417, will start 7th alongside Nicholas Latifi in the 418. And to cap off your top 10 is Tyler McCune on the inside and Matthew DeLeo on the outside. Drivers working their way up to the start-finish line, and we have it. Green, racing now. And from the outside, Ben Cooper will lead coming out of turn number 15. Cooper, the first time this weekend, he leads.
Ben Cooper, notre meneur qui va passer devant ici le numéro 431. Juste derrière, tout au fond, on a eu collision entre le 425. On va essayer de vous obtenir le nom de ce. C'est Alessandro Bisotto, who is stuck in that little crash back there and all the way back. Bisotto in the 425 kart and also in the 469. 469, ça c'est Hugo Ouellette. Malheureusement pour Hugo, se retrouve très loin derrière.
It's been a rough weekend for Hugo Ouellette. Had a battle there before. So underway now, the drivers getting themselves into position here, getting set to roll.
Donc c'est une course de 12 tours pour cette DD2, Rotax DD2 pré-finale. Évidemment, on va tenter de se positionner alors qu'on a un autre drapeau agité de l'autre côté. On a un pilote qui semble avoir des problèmes. Another driver having a problem over there.
You know, this is not a time to have a problem. In the pre-finals, when you need to be really quiet, really relax. You want to move yourself forward a little bit if you're at the back. If you're anywhere near the front, just try to hold your station, maybe get one position because you just want to hold on to that starting spot for the main event.
C'est Cooper qui est notre meneur, suivi de Darren White, Zachary Richard-Robichon est 4e. En 5e, in 4th place, Pierce Herder. 5th, Christophe Boisclair. Daniel Morad is 6th. Brendan Bain, 7th. Nicolas Latifi is 8th. Matthew DeLeo is 9th. And Daniel Burkett is 10th.
6 drivers trying to break away here right now. Darren White, the number 490, back to the lead as he's able to get by Cooper. So the pole sitter retakes the front spot here in the Tony Kart. And again, We are underway with our first pre-final of the day. Rob Howden alongside Alain Cyr. We will be your play-by-play announcers throughout the day here at Mont-Tremblant. And as I said earlier, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Championship Sunday. 4 tickets to Team Canada available, and of course, national championship trophies will be awarded to everyone here this weekend who are able to get to the top step of their class. Right now, it's Darren White leading the way, and here comes the 491 Robichon for second.
Richard Robichon qui a tenté l'intérieur, c'est, je pense, réussi, et ça repousse Ben Cooper très loin derrière, maintenant peut-être 4e même. Va-t-il tenter de revenir? Oh, good move there, and Cooper ended up 3rd or 4th in this one.
Some aggressive racing here right now. A number of drivers getting shuffled a little further back. In fact, Cooper goes, I believe, back to 4th or 5th. Robichon is well back a couple of spots, as it was Pierce Herder and Daniel Morad able to work their way back up into the top 6. Again, a good fight here in this class. Again, this is just the pre-final. We're setting things up. The results here will set the grid for the main event, and it is Darren White leading by probably 4 or 5 lengths here as we're now underway. DD2, just 2 or 3 laps into the books.
Alors, c'est la course pré-finale, ce qui veut donc dire qu'on va tenter de se positionner pour la finale, donc pour la grille de départ, alors que là, on a un changement. Je pense que c'est Boisclair qui se retrouve maintenant 3e, on va vous dire ça à l'instant. Darren White, Cooper. Non, c'est White, Richard Robichon, 2nd. Boisclair is 3rd now. Daniel Morad, 4th. Herder is 5th.
Robichon, the driver on the move right now, able to work his way up into the 2nd position, was back in 5th at one point, but he has got his way up to 2nd. Boisclair now to 3rd spot, and he must be thinking, wow, this is pretty solid for me right now, because remember, his weekend started very roughly as he was out with, I believe, some kind of a technical issue on the first heat race. To think the fact that he came from a DNF in the first heat race, fought his way back to start 6th, and now runs in 3rd. He's done exactly what he needed to do. Run good in the heat races and now improve himself in the pre-final.
And I'm sure you would like to go back to Worlds again.
Yeah.
On va voir si ça va bien se poursuivre pour Boisclair, qui a eu un départ un peu chaotique avec sa première course de manche qualificative où il a eu un problème technique. Alors pour l'instant, ça va bien pour lui. Il est 3e. Ça se poursuit avec White, Richard Robichon 2e, Boisclair 3e. Morad is still in 4th. Herder in 5th. Cooper is 6th. Brendan Bain 7. Nicholas Latifi is 8th. Daniel Burkett 9. And Matthew DeLeo in 10th position.
Good run here right now for Darren White, leading by a couple tenths of a second, but Robichon closing up here. Boisclair by himself in the 3rd spot. Daniel Morad has improved his way up now into the 4th position. Morad starting in the 7th spot, now up into 4th, so a good start here for Morad as well. And again, all we can reiterate is the fact that you have to try to work your way, of course, into a front-running position here. We do have a spot for the lead there. Moved Robichon to the inside of turn 13. He takes the lead away from Darren White.
Très beau dépassement ici pour Richard Robichon qui prend les commandes de cette course. Alors, on va les voir passer ici avec très peu d'espace entre les deux. Richard Robichon, White, à peine 1/10 de seconde, 1/10 behind Christophe Boisclair qui lui est 3e. Morad is 4th. Herder is 5th.
So Zachary Robichon able to take the lead away from Darren White and actually stretching it out a little bit here right now. And indeed, and even Boisclair starting to close up on Darren White. So the fight continuing here today. What a great battle we're having here right now.
Je pense que Darren White aura les mains pleines pour cette 2e position, alors que Christophe Boisclair est tout près derrière lui, tente vraiment de lui mettre beaucoup de pression. Voyons voir dans le 13 et dans le droit. Et Boisclair passe à l'intérieur au 13. Oh, il y a eu contact. Darren White is out. Contact with Boisclair and Darren White. Wow. And look at that. Both of them are now way behind.
You know what? I've said this a couple of times this weekend. You cannot make a mistake like that in the pre-final. Both of those drivers now following well down the order. They were comfortably running in 2nd and 3rd. If you want to do that, do it in the main event. Do not do that in the pre-final. Let's see how far down they're actually going to fall here, Elaine.
That is weird. You know, Boisclair went inside in the 13th there, and there was a little contact. Back wheel of Boisclair, front wheel of Morad, and Morad just spun out a bit, and so did Boisclair.
Was that Morad, or was that, I think it was White?
What did I say, Morad? Sorry, White, no.
Darren White actually in 16th position right now. Boisclair comes across in 10th. 16th position.
Wow.
Morad's actually up there running in 3rd right now, so a couple of drivers up front obviously benefiting from that. Pierce Herder now goes into 2nd. Daniel Morad to 3rd. Ben Cooper up to 4th. And Nicholas Latifi now into the 5th position. Remember, drivers already qualified in DD2. Pierre-Luc Ouellette, Scott Campbell, and Nicholas Latifi already in. Wow, that's a tough start.
Très Mauvaise situation ici pour et White et Boisclair. Et Boisclair qui est entré dans le 13 à l'intérieur. Il y a eu contact la roue arrière de Boisclair, la roue avant de White. Et les deux se retrouvent maintenant 10e et 10e pour Boisclair. Et White, where's White now? 16e pour Darren White. Alors, très mauvais dépassement de ce côté-là.
Still 5 laps remaining in this 12-lap pre-final, though, so a little bit of time for White to try to recover his way back. If he can get a couple more spots, he may still have a chance to challenge, but man, that is unbelievably disappointing for the drivers up front because it's just something you don't want to do here in the pre-finals. Yeah, you want to get another spot, but you just simply can't risk a low percentage move that may cause what we've seen exactly here right now, major issues, drivers falling down the order here. Up front, Zachary Robichon, now your leader in the 491, leading by 1.6 seconds. It'll be 4 to go this time by. Pierce Herder runs in the 2nd spot. Daniel Morad in 3rd. Nicholas Latifi in 4th. Daniel Burkett in 5th spot. Brendan Bain in 6th. Ben Cooper 7th. Christophe Boisclair now back up to 8th position for Boisclair. Tyler McHugh in 9th. Matthew DeLeo in the 10th spot. And looking back here, I think we may have had some trouble. Darren White now down to 23rd. He's coming into pit lane.
He's coming in. Darren White qui rentre dans la ligne de puits, malheureusement, des problèmes pour Darren White qui semble pas très heureux, rentre rapidement ici. On va essayer de savoir ce qui s'est passé. Par contre, pour Boisclair, eh bien, il tente une remontée. Il était 10e, maintenant il est 8e, mais c'est toujours le meneur devant, très loin devant d'ailleurs, Zachary Richard Robichon qui va très très bien. C'est suivi de Herder, Morad, Latifi, Burkett, le top 5. Voyons voir si ça va passer comme ça jusqu'à la toute fin. Une course de 12 tours, mesdames et messieurs, pour cette pré-finale en DD2.
Big lead right now for Zachary Richard Robichon in the number 491, kind of stretching it away here. He has put on an impressive performance, a 2-second advantage now over Pierce Herder. Herder in the 454, Daniel Morad now 3rd in the 417. Remember, Morad, a former world champion, winning at the grand finals in Italy a couple of years ago. In the 417, now running in the 3rd spot. Daniel Burkett out of Manitoba, being able to come back to 4th. And very much like Christophe Boisclair, remember, Burkett started the weekend off the heat race on the sidelines here in turn number 3. He was out in a DNF in the opening heat race. He too has fought back. It's been a great run here for Burkett, starting 13th today, now 4th in the order for Burkett. Great job for the driver in the Glover Brothers Racing, Lewis Hamilton, number 472.
Notre meneur passe devant ici. Il s'agit de Zachary Richard Robichon. On va voir en 2e place, pas de changement. Herder toujours 2e. Morad, Latifi maintenant. Burkett now moving into 5th. Ben Cooper 6th. Boisclair now in 7th, moving back from 10th to 7th. Boisclair is on the move. Il tente vraiment le tout pour remonter toutes ses places perdues. Quelle malchance pour lui alors qu'il était très très bien positionné en 2e place même à un moment donné.
Quick look here at the top 10 with just 2 laps remaining. They'll see the last lap board next time by. Robichon is your leader. Herder 2nd. Morad, Latifi, and Burkett your top 5. Cooper now runs 6th. Boisclair able to work his way back into 7th position now for Boisclair. Brendan Bain now in 8th spot. Tyler McEwen up to 9th, and Hugo Mousseau started 14th now into the 10th position. But this is a dominant run right now. Over 2 seconds, the advantage for Robichon in the Burrell number 491. Last lap board being shown at start finish. Robichon to look over his shoulders as, man, I'm way out front here. Things are going good for me.
And I think Boisclair took another spot. Yeah, he's in 6th. Took a spot on Cooper. Boisclair qui est maintenant 6e. Belle remontée. Mais c'est évidemment Richard Robichon qui est notre meneur par 2,3 secondes presque. Pierce Herder est 2e. Daniel Morad est 3e.
Final lap on the racetrack for our first pre-final of the day. DD2 brought to you by PSL Karting is now almost finished. We're almost wrapped up. We almost have our first grid set for this Championship Sunday main event. DD2, the pre-final. 1 more lap to go, and in fact about a half a lap for Zachary Richard Robichon in the number 491 as he'll work his way down the back straightaway with a 2.2 second advantage.
Avec 2,2 secondes d'avantage, c'est notre meneur qui va passer le premier ici devant nous et qui va recevoir le drapeau à damier pour cette victoire, ce qui va le positionner en première place. Et c'est fait. Zachary Richard Robichon, premier. Second is Herder. Third, Daniel Morad. Fourth, Nicholas Latifi. Fifth is Daniel Burkett. Sixth, Christophe Boisclair. Ben Cooper is 7th.